Good afternoon, everyone. So without going into the questions, and I could probably ramble on for a very long time, just a little bit. My name is Chris Campbell. I'm the CEO of an organization of consulting engineering companies. It's been around for 72 years. I've been in the industry, not consulting alone, for 40 years. I have in construction, consulting engineering, in a manufacturing environment. I've worked for the state in a railway environment on flagship lines, maintaining infrastructure for the iron ore and the coal line. And that's my pedigree, but that's not what we're here to talk about. For me, and my input to this discussion is that, if you ask me about the industry, I often respond in a manner that says it depends who you ask. Because you may find that some companies have some work, some companies hardly have any, and it just depends. It's like winning the lotto these days, which is wrong. You win a tender. We shouldn't be winning tenders in intellectual services. So our starting point is what we lament most. We need to move away from an open tender process for what is actually intellectual services. You can put bids out for tea and coffee. But if we continue to do intellectual services in this manner, we are going to misstep, and it causes a lot of frustration. If I give you a view of the industry and the size of the various companies, let's just take consulting engineering, which you could get a company that's made up of 10 people, 5 people. You get a company of 1,800 people, employees. You get multinationals who have a global footprint because their owners sit somewhere in Canada or Singapore or somewhere. Yeah, we do have those companies locally. And we sit with this dichotomy where, on the one hand, you want to create opportunities and we need to grow new timber in the industry. But I think there's also this notion that I can get rich quickly. So now I leave this company the way I can get this global exposure and I go start up something on my own. And a public entity puts out the tenders, they set aside, and for a limited period of time, I may enjoy the privilege of getting lucky and winning a tender. It's not sustainable. Because when that mat gets pulled out from under those companies and they haven't reached the maturity, they're just going to go under. We're seeing the same short-termism decision-making in how we apply, there's just localization versus enterprise and supplier development in our BBBE codes. You get companies in construction, startups being, handheld, assisted, they start growing with the construction company through that process, but they're limited to a location of work because now that same company who gets the bid for the construction side of things, dare not take their empowerment partner along with them into those environments because there's going to be a big bun fight. We need to look at how do we balance the sustainability, developing our companies, and bring on board local people, but we must be sensible about it. We can't do one or the other. We must find a way of doing both for sustainability. And in the consulting engineering, what keeps our larger companies alive and in this country is that they have a global footprint. So many of them are doing work. They're the factory, if you want to put it that way, for their global partners, for the engineering activities elsewhere in the world. We got so much need and demand over here. And until and when we heard the president create a lot of enthusiasm and hype, we don't want to hold our breath for too long. We may not outlive the time it will take for that to realize, and we need to get that show on the road. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I think let's take the last commentary from Professor Abimbola.
Yeah, thank you very much, Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Abimbola Windapo. I'm from the University of Cape Town. an academic. So our work as academics is to investigate problems and try and find solutions to the problems. So it gives me joy and a privilege for me to be here today to contribute to Commission 1. And so we can look at the construction industry from our research, from our past research. The construction industry is a significant contributor to